right, fans, let's get started. Here we go. Hey, sports fans, welcome once again to Sports Night with Jorge. Today, going to give you a wrap up of the Saturday game between the Ravens and the Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. But first, I'm going to break out a lot of things going on in Dolphin land, if you want to say that, about Tua Tagovailoa future. So let's get to it. Mike McDaniel released, I think on Friday on Tua Tagovailoa, that Tua would not play this Sunday game against the Jets. And this is exactly what he says. It's unlikely that he'll play on Sunday in the regular season finale against the New York Jets. That's what Coach McDaniel said on Friday. Backup quarterback Tyler Snoop Hundley is expected to make his fifth start of the season in Tua Tagovailoa plays. But in the Bleacher Report, Tua has said that he still wants to play, and he wants to play in the playoffs. So that is something that's going to be remain to see what's going to happen, because if it's a hip injury, I'll be honest with you, are you risking it? Are you doing something that's going to really hurt you down the line in your career? We already know about his concussion protocols and his concussion issues. Now it's a hip injury. Now, this happened against the Houston Texans. And then it got aggravated on week 15, if I'm quite sure, against the San Francisco 49ers when he got hit again on the hip side. So something to just take a look at down the road as this team is preparing for a playoff game. Of course, waiting for a Denver loss against Kansas City, and Miami wins out, which they got a tough opponent in New York, even though you might say, well, they're 4-12. It doesn't matter. When it's a rivalry game, it's a rivalry game, guys. So that's something that's very important. Let's look at the schedule for Saturday. As you see up here, the Browns face the Ravens. You got the Bengals at the Steelers. The rest of the schedule, and there's only one also division that has to be figured out. It's going to be who's going to be the division leader in the NFC, and who's going to take over also in the other side in the NFC. Who's going to take either Tampa Bay lose or Atlanta win, and they're in and they win the division. So it's a lot of good games coming up tomorrow and Sunday. Sunday is going to decide most of which teams are going to make it and not make it through the playoffs. So that's very, very interesting to know that. So, all right, let me get back in here and going back to what I was talking about, the schedule. So, as you see here, the Eagles play the Giants. That's another thing, guys. The Eagle has decided not to let Barkley break the record. Once again, I disagree with that. I mean, the records are meant to be broken, guys. I mean, you got the coach that says, no, I want to sit him down. I want to have him ready for the playoffs. And what happens if he get hurt in the playoff and he can't break the record? I mean, he can't break it already in the records. It has to be a regular season thing. That's one thing I don't understand from these coaches. Give him a try. If he breaks the record by halftime, take him out and rest. That's my opinion, of course, once again. So anyhow, going back to the schedule. I'm sorry that I'm going back and forth here. I don't want to do that. So the AFC North, who's going to win it? The Steelers or the Ravens? If they both win, okay, and the Ravens win, that's it. It's over with. Ravens lose, they end up tied 10-6. Then the division goes to the Steelers because I guess Ravens go 3-3 against the division, and Steelers beats the Bengals. They go 4-2. So they win it. If the Ravens win it all out, that's it. It's all Raven division, and the Steelers will be the other wild card. Then you got Texans to wrap up their division. You got the Chiefs and the Chargers, and then we're waiting for the Broncos. And of course, the Eagles, the Commanders, they wrap their actually the Eagles their division and the Commanders the playoff. Then you got Lions and Vikings. That's the one I'm concerned about. Who's going to be the fifth seed? Who's going to win the division? Lions are at home against the Vikings. That's going to be a heck of a game. And whoever wins, hey, they have the home field advantage once again. One week with a bye week, and then get your opponent. Then here's the game that I'm looking at: Buccaneers and Falcons. Buccaneer wins, they win it all. Falcons are out. Falcons win, Buccaneer lose. Falcons win the division. So once again, there go my schedule. Pittsburgh Panthers at Falcons. Saints at Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers should win this one, even though the Saints gave them it should be the first time they met around. Panthers are not an easy team to beat either, but the Falcons are at home. So, and Phoenix Jr. is playing good football, by the way. Then you got the Commanders and Cowboys and Jaguars and Colts, and then Texans and Titans, then Bills and Patriots. Chiefs and Broncos, that's the one we're looking at, and that will determine if the Dolphins are in or the Bengals are in. But, of course, both teams have to win out to do that. Then you got the 49ers and Cardinals. Then the last four games, of course, at 4:25, it's the Dolphins at Jets. A good game. We don't know if Rodgers is going to start or Geno Smith. They don't know yet. If Rodgers struggle, I think that's his last game as a Jet, to be honest with you. Rumors are that he's retiring. Those are rumors, but let's see what happens. Then you have Seattle at the Rams, and again, the big one, the Vikings and the Lions on Sunday night at 8:20. That's going to be a battlefield, guys. That's going to be a heck of a game. But here are the three games that I'm looking at, key games that I'm looking at right here, the four games that I'm looking at right now in the AFC. Now, there's good ones also in the NFC, don't get me wrong. We have, like I said, Minnesota, Detroit, and then the winner, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Who's going to make it? So here we are, Bengals at Steelers. Steelers wins this one. The Ravens lose. Steelers win the division. Best division record. Ravens beat the Browns. Ravens takes the division. Steelers on the wild card. You got Broncos at home, and this is where, I got a feeling that, this is where Carson Wentz will show up and hopefully beat this team. But the Chiefs has nothing to lose, guys. They lock it up. They got the home field, so that'd be nice if they could beat Denver, but that's going to be tough. And then you got the Dolphins going to New York. It's going to be cold weather. Of course, Snoop is going to be the quarterback, Huntley. That's something we're going to have to see what happens. I am concerned with the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. I mean, coming up to this season. As you see, I got Skyler back because he got cut, and they went back and signed him to the practice squad. And now I imagine he's the backup for Huntley if Tua will be gone. But Tua made a comment that he wants to play in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not taking his competitor away, but come on, guy. You've been injured a lot. Maybe it's time to take a rest. Take time off and consider your future with the Miami Dolphins, man, because I love the guy. Listen, I'm not going to criticize the guy. I really love what he does. I mean, he's amazing. He's an amazing guy, amazing man, amazing family man. But at the same time, guys, sometimes football's not always life, okay? I mean, you got a family. But let me get you the AFC picture that I got in front of me here. Right now, the Chiefs are the bye, so the Broncos will face the Bills if it ends up today. The Chargers will play the Ravens. The Steelers will play the Texans. In the NFC, right now, Detroit's ahead on the first round bye. You got Packers at Eagles. You got number 6 Commanders at Rams, and then you got the Vikings at Buccaneers. So, but There's one more week of football left, so there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to cover. I'm just going to cover this basic stuff that I was talking about. The schedule did came out for the Miami Dolphins. I'll have that probably sometime in the weekend. I'm going back to work on Monday already. My vacation is over. Hopefully, I could get more information to give you guys out there. I want to thank all the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me out. Like I said, my goal in 2025 is to grow the channel, get better at it, even though I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a Laker fan. I'm going to say it again. I'm an Oriole fan, but I love baseball. I love football. I like hockey. I'm also a Panther fan. Not a Miami Heat fan, but I'm a Laker. So, because I got friends and relatives that are all in Miami and they love all Miami, South Florida teams. I grew up different, to be honest with you. I love the sports that I love the most and can't complain about it. I love the Lakers. Not a LeBron James guy. Not putting him down at all, but I'm a firm believer when your time is up, your time is up, and you got to move on and give another kid, other person opportunity and chance to develop in your team. And that's the same way I believe with the Dolphins. I made a video out there of Chop Robinson, great linebacker. I mean, we lost Phillip probably the middle of the year, and then Chops couldn't recover back. Maybe a caution. Be sure that he had more issues with his Achilles injury or torn ACL, what you want to call it. I mean, I think it was Achilles torn ACL. I mean, he had more stuff into his injury than Jaden Phillip did, in his Achilles. So for 2025 for the Miami Dolphins, it's going to be a season of develop. I mean, they have to develop. I think we could sit here and talk about McDaniel, Chris Greer, which I think he'll be out. I think Greer will not be with the Dolphins. Fortunately, my concern was he needed to fix the offensive line. No matter what quarterback you bring in this team, okay, if you don't have an offensive line, okay, you won't be able to run the ball or throw the ball or protect the quarterback. That's obvious. I'm very impressed that our tight end, Nunu Smith, has caught a record past tight ends, something that McDaniel never used in his schemes, in his coaching. But you got to use every weapon that you could have in that team to win. So I wish the best for the Miami Dolphins tomorrow on Sunday. I wish the best also for Kansas City beating, but one team that, let's say we don't make it, let's say that Denver wins, the conversation is over, guys. But this is what keeps it going. But if Dolphins lose and the Bengals go in, that is a team right now I think nobody wants to face. Not too crazy with their defense, but on their offensive side, I mean, they're coming along. They are coming along. So that's a worry. And I know you got to have defense at the same time when you get to these playoffs. But here's the good thing about the playoffs: when you go to the playoffs, your records are 0-0, and you start all over. But anyhow, that's my opinion. But I want to thank everybody once again for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I mean, you just keep subscribing. Notify your friends, your member, family, whatever. I mean, I'm here to give you as much updates as I can. Check my shorts. I do have shorts out there. Once again, I'm going to say when I release my shorts, I talk about players or I talk about the team or I send, playoffs, predictions and all that. I do, all that kind of stuff on the shorts, on the YouTube shorts. So, but I want to thank all of you guys once again, man. And I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year. And like I said, this is the year, probably one of the best year we're going to have. Okay. I don't know why. I just feel so optimistic. So generic that, God has given me an opportunity to do this at the age I'm doing it at 58. And I'm happy what I'm doing. and I'm happy of all you guys that have subscribed, man. And listen, it's very important to hit the comments, to hit the like button. And let's be honest, I'm being honest with you guys. Tell me where I need to change, what you like, what you don't like. I don't like to talk a lot about the same thing because, we're in the middle of football now. We got Super Bowl, we got playoffs, and we got wild cards, and then comes baseball. Now we got hockey. So there's a lot of sports uh, to talk about. And we got the NBA. Don't forget that too. But anyhow, thank you so much, man. You guys have a blessed day, and talk to you guys soon. And once again, don't forget to subscribe on Sports Night with Jorge. Thank you so much.